Never gonna die!
Alright, y'all. Let's get into this shit. Formal builds 2 Dynasty teams. Process. Let's lock in.
You need to remember this, because this kind of series does not happen very often. You need to remember this, because this kind of series does not happen very often.
You know, when that team formed, everyone thought they were pretty much never going to lose, ever. Yeah, everyone thought they were going to be the new God Squad, pretty much.
Yeah, the 4-man play.
Yeah, we hadn't lost a tournament in like 6 months.
This shit goes crazy already.
Strongholds I've ever seen. That's the world champions that they just did that to.
You know, the ceiling is going to continue to be pushed
This
higher.
was the trailer.
Competition's definitely really stiff right now. A lot of people are performing very well.
But they're going to have to deal with all the teams that have formed talent to try and take them down.
Ooh, does he get the fight? He catches it!
He catches it!
Right from the mid-map, it's a huge grapple from Lucen.
As the Optic fans start to raise their voices in the crowd.
3, 2, 1.
Damn.
Best Halo I've ever watched. It's the best Halo I've ever watched.
Damn.
Yeah, so for Season 2 of Halo, they added Imperium, which is Pit.
Hey, what up,
And then
Backward
they
Jedi?
added Argyle, which is like a 3-lane map with 2 snipers. And Pit's pretty much the same thing. 3-lane map, 2 snipes into the rotation. You got Team Slayer on Pit and CTF, and then Argyle is just CTF, but it's a lot of fun, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a lot of fun playing those maps.
So season
I was
2,
gonna say, I
they
think
had
Optic
some weapon
likes Argyle.
tunings. The plasma pistol got upgraded. The tracking on it's better. The commando got upgraded. And the most
both of those
notable one
things
going
got
into
nerfed
Charlotte
since
was
then.
the red rack update.
When you pick up a weapon off of a weapon rack, there's a little bar above it. It used to be like a blue bar to where like
Yo,
if you
Backward
pick up a
Jedi
weapon,
with
it
the
would
2
automatically start
gifted.
respawning.
My dog.
So they changed it to where
Hey, I
when you pick up a
appreciate
weapon
you,
off
brother.
the weapon pad, it just turns red until that
Appreciate the
weapon
love,
is
man.
done
So much
or
respect.
like dropped and despawned.
So you can't
fucking
have
guy.
like multiple sandbox weapons on the map anymore.
And that helps a lot for competitive play. It's very small, but it becomes very impactful over the longer course of a match. Especially with games that go really long, it can just get really saturated, and everyone's using plasma pistols, everyone's using
Hey, I
commandos,
appreciate you, brother.
shock
I
rifles,
appreciate
like
the
said
love.
Before. So now that it being a little bit more tempered, there's a little bit more BR play going on, and I think that's definitely brought it back a bit. There's still more tunings that realistically should happen, I would say, for the greater health of comp play, but we're in a pretty solid spot.
Yeah, so pretty much every single team changed except the old C9, which is the new SSG now, and our team.
Lethal stayed on Sen. United kind of imploded.
I like this. This is
and
like-
they found themselves, at least King Nick and.
Because like the
Spartan
process
on
is
that
like
team
telling
and
the
picked up
story,
Collect
right? So this
as
is like
kind of new
exposition. This is
talent.
like
Native
setting the
White
table.
is Barcode, Mikwin, Gilkey, and Tapping Buttons, which is like a really weird team. It's 2 of the best like regionals for Mexico and Tapping Buttons, and then
They're setting the
Barcode from
table.
Australia,
They're
and then
introducing
Mikwin
the
coming
new
off of, like,
characters.
a year hiatus of playing.
Talking about the
and then
changes
Gilkey
in the
just being
game.
Gilkey,
I
so-
like this.
And then G1 is a new squad.
Boo Boo stayed on, picked up a whole bunch of scrap players. I think Suspector was on United, so then he went to G1 and.
Shopify Rebellion is a new squad. Who else? Complexity.
This is good because like the normal
Cloud9.
Optic viewers, like
Not
a
the-
lot
not
of
the old
COD
Cloud9,
people,
but there's a new
aren't gonna
Cloud9
know
now.
who the fuck any of these people
Yeah,
are.
so definitely the most significant roster change was the one that the old Sentinels and now the new FaZe made.
Dropped the entire roster besides Renegade, stayed on, picked
There's a
up
big one.
3/4 of Sentinels and Snakebite, Roll 2 and Frosty.
Which is probably the biggest team change that we've seen in Halo in a long time.
Yep.
Which obviously makes a very scary team on paper. They're some of the biggest names in
I
Halo.
appreciate you,
and
Backward
They tried to
Jedi.
make that move last year. I think that's why like C9 imploded, and that's why he left C9. He was trying to make that roster happen. So finally got the roster he wanted, and it's a really powerhouse team. So
Sab was on G2, Falcade was on FaZe. Everyone just kind of went everywhere. It was a big explosion of roster changes, and it took a long time for people to lock things in, but.
And it's been
What up,
honestly a lot
David?
of fun playing the new teams, so it's been good.
Hey,
a lot
this
of
is
teams
good.
Makes sense. Competition's still very high, and
This is
yeah,
good stuff right
matches are
here.
Pretty good.
What was a mini dynasty towards the end of the year, and they look to continue that on to an actual dynasty in this year too.
So
But they're
these
gonna
should
have to deal with all
be the
teams that
online
have formed
tournaments, like the
talent
SSG
to try
showdown and
take
shit?
them down. This is the first time these two teams are playing, and the reason
'Cause
that
Optic,
this
I
FaZe
think, got
roster has
slammed
made
in the
change
first,
is specifically
first few
because
online tournaments.
Optic Gaming has been a problem for them.
People were just saying that, you know, it's a new God Squad.
Facts.
Because
back when
Renegades
Jedi.
obviously had
Been
success
watching
on
Optic
his
shit
own
since I was
without
like
Snakebite, Whirltoon, and Frosty.
10, 11 years old, bro.
Pretty much beating those three for
not quite,
the last
David,
couple
but you
years.
close.
And, you know, when that team formed, everyone thought they were pretty much never going to lose ever, especially leading up to the first online qualifiers in the SSG tournament. They were
I said it.
great.
We're seeing our Halo
I think I
World
said FaZe was going to go
champions
undefeated this
against
year.
some of their
I was like, nah, it's the best
biggest
roster ever.
over the last 5 years here in that of FaZe.
I do still think FaZe is going to win Worlds.
Overkill
We'll see what happens.
It's going to do it. FaZe have created the upset. They take down your former world champs.
And then after that, there was 2 Charlotte qualifiers.
It was the SSG showdown, and these are the HCS qualifiers.
Take it to the streets, and we're gonna find out if the Green Wall will reign supreme, or will FaZe Clan be able to phase right through them.
You know, we showed up just like any
Shout
other
out
team.
Tony,
Everyone's
bro.
kind of out of practice. FaZe is definitely the #1 in terms of like putting in a lot of effort. They have a lot of firepower, so they're like the team to make sure that we're always gunning for.
The last qualifier, we ended up taking them to Game 5. We're playing them very, very well. The more we got to play them.
Here we go, guys. Game number 5 in the grand finals. This is a must-win for each team.
The 4-man. Yeah, the 4-man play.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay.
We're having a dance party. Tony, you didn't get the memo? What's going on here?
Yeah, so there was 2 times on on one of the live fire games that
I remember this
we ended
shit.
up making the play call to kind of all just stay put and kind of bunker down in the same location, and it worked pretty well the
fucking
first
music,
time.
dude.
And it looks like they're going to crouch walk
There it is.
all the way toward the bottom mid side. FaZe have successfully been able to collapse onto the A side of the map, but Optic can now flip the entire map on them.
So in those situations, in those games, there comes a point where like your normal state of play is just like it didn't work out or hasn't been working out, and you know that you're in a weird spot. So our gamble was to just try to 4-man and catch somebody off guard, which we almost did.
33-36. Optic
Take a
holding
page out of
hands
Ryan Noob's book
as it
right
is
here, bro.
Valentine's Day.
Shout out to Ryan Noob, greatest player in Halo history.
Clearly you didn't read Optic's playbook. That was right in there. Crouch bottom mid and walk across the entire map.
Jesus Christ.
But did they account for the double kill coming out of Snakebite? The 4
It's
down now
not
coming out of
working.
FaZe? Whatever this
That
plan
was
is,
so
they need
trolly.
to toss it immediately. Rip this page out, burn it, eat it, get it out.
We pretty
Yeah,
much
shout
played
out
too
Tony,
predictable
bro.
in doing it a second time, and then they still had literally everything, and it just came crashing down in on us.
Yeah, they ended up inching out Game 5 by 1 kill the last qualifier we played them. So we knew it was going to be a battle with them all year.
And we got second in both of those, which was like
That's
kind of
funny as
uncharacteristic
fuck,
of us.
dude.
We usually dominate the online space, so it definitely like made us
Like, fuck, we're
realize
all
that
on
the
0
FaZe team
ping.
was
We're
gonna be
usually
the
so
real
good
deal.
online.
And
What
we knew
happens?
that it was going to take like all of us to beat them. So
And going into Charlotte as well. They're going to be probably our toughest competition, for sure.
Whoa.
I'm ready for it. You know, online qualifiers are one thing, but now is when it
Bro, this
really
event was so
matters. Now
sick.
it's you're on land, no excuses. Get out there and do the thing.
I'm ready.
This is one of the iciest performances I've ever seen. Shout out to Optic for this one, bro. This tournament was so fucking sick. Alright, well that goes crazy.
I think there'll be a podium.
It's time to get season 2 kicked off, but before we do that, we have to honor our world champions of season 1. Show some love to your 2022
Hey, look at Tashi, bro.
world champions, Optic Gaming.
New season, new stories ahead of us here as Optic looks to defend their title. FaZe, of course, the biggest threat to the throne, and we have a treat here. Just after Optic get their rings, they have to play right away on the main stage against a brand new Sentinels roster.
But Lethal still has some work to do. Collect picks up one though. Now the flank from Lethal could be devastating to Optic's chances of pushing this flag back towards home.
Look
It's
at
not
Lixful,
going to
man.
happen, and Sentinels strike first in our game number
Thanks,
1 here.
David.
And by doing so, he's such a distraction. The flag is moving, and Sentinels could take this one home. But the spirit is strong here for Sentinels. They just need to run this one home. Spawn will do so, and Sentinels take home game number 1.
Yeah, we just got off our ring ceremony, so like we were reminded that we were like world champions. They ended up actually beating us in the game 1, but I didn't really think too much of it.
15 kill swing, 20 kill swing, but you're not out of the game. You
Next
have to
though.
Wow, look at that confidence from Formal aimed up as well. It's 25-8, and up.
Bro, the music goes crazy in this one. What the fuck?
A commanding victory.
asked about Formal coming to this event. Sunny starting to be answered. There's Formal's back, baby.
H4F.
How do you get back into the series after crushing defeat like we just saw in Imperium?
This is the home stretch for Optic Gaming. Another huge lead. It's 216-28.
Desperate play coming in from Sentinels onto B, but there's the reset coming in from Trippy.
Perfect opportunity. APG's rotations that we've seen in the qualifier as well. This man is playing fantastic objective play.
As Lucy will pick up the pieces from Spartan's body.
Oh
Damn.
boy, that needed to be a finish for Collect. He needed to capitalize on the damage for Spartan.
These Rockets, this could be the game, this could be the series going into their hands. Trippy, once again with the Boom Booms doing a little bit of work. Collect, he'll be dealt with as well. Trippy clearing the way here for Optic Gaming. They close out the series at 3-1, and the world champions look strong.
Yeah, we played them, but that'll be our last. We just played 2 matches today. Oh, okay. So them and Sentinels and Quadrant.
It was just good to have like a good warm match like that at first, like a good team, instead of playing, you know, like someone that we would just run through. So it was a good test, and it was good, good to set the tone for the whole event.
Yeah, lighting. Yeah, let me show it off. Now this is on the rocks with APG. On the rocks. See, we have my Halo World Championship 2022 championship ring. You see here is custom made. We have my name, last name here, gamer tag, trophy, and then Halo Championship Series, and then, you know, Organization of the Year, Optic Gaming at the front.
Hey.
And Halo World Championship. Very sentimental piece. You know, worked very hard with it, or for it with my team. So I'm hoping to get another one.
That goes crazy. That was lit.
We're into it. Optic Gaming versus Quadrant. Sorry to keep you guys up. Hell, we're going right into it. Quadrant down early. Optic Gaming able to strike first.
Yeah, Optic with that 1-0 lead. Quadrant, like we mentioned earlier, might be reeling a little bit after that Game 5 loss. Heavy loss, almost a stake-tacular between Sentinels and Quadrant. Now Quadrant, the task doesn't get any easier as they're up against the
really are,
Goliath
David.
in
Those
Halo.
are fucking
Optic
sick.
Gaming with 75%
Those rings went
on
crazy.
this hill, looking to go up 2-0.
Yeah, honestly, I was not expecting Quadrant to play as good as they did with their sub 2 Foxy.
Stop the bleeding.
That's right, they had a sub. I forgot about that. Two Foxy had to sub in like in the last second.
The most convincing game of Strongholds I have ever seen. That's the world champions, and they just did that too.
Yeah, I mean, playing Quadrant definitely caught us off guard. They took us to Game 5 because they were playing with a fill-in, and we were probably, like, we choked the Game 2, that's whatever, but the Game 4, like, we got, like, 50-point club in the Strongholds, which was, like, really, like, weird. They just kind of played it perfect, and, like, we were just playing really bad in that. So going into Game 5, we had to, like, really just lock in. And
Instead, looking close, 6-1 is the lead. APG with the few remains of that camo. As his body
the drop was actually hard as fuck.
Goes down, but it's Optic with an 8-2 lead, up 6. Quadrant have the lead. Quadrant have the lead. They're up 1. This is unbelievable. I just got chills witnessing this.
Yeah, all right, bro.
Is continuing to wreak havoc on the side of Quadrant. It's 2, and there it would truly take a miracle. But surviving the Game 5 is Optic Gaming as they push forward. SLG falls.
Wow.
Yeah, I honestly wasn't expecting to take them to a Game 5. I thought we would have, you know, 3-0'd or 3-1'd them. And yeah, I mean, you can never take European teams too slightly because they've gotten so much better. And Legend and Snipe Drone on that team, like, I think they're probably the 2 best European Halo players right now. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me. They were like a really, really good team.
There's too many times where, like, we
It
also
looks by
got,
Trippy
like,
right there.
I think what more so is important is that we are still playing our lives relatively pretty good with weapons. Everyone else is still, like, almost doing too much at times, expecting help, and then like 1 or 2 of us dies, and then if we're not trading out, it's like a 4v2, 4v1 against like a guy with a stalker or a guy with a bulldog. We did that to ourselves a few times whenever we lost.
It was very interesting, to say the least. I mean, I think we were playing pretty well. I just think we could play better. I would say is like the fundamental thing, but still not a bad day to start. Working out the little kinks and moving on to tomorrow. Get it going.
Nice. Can somebody fuck up this guy's hair, please? It's too perfect. I'm actually pissed.
Right, here we go. Optic Gaming versus Cloud9. Right back at it.
New C9 team.
Why isn't this live? That's a good question.
Yo. Yeah, I forgot that shit was off stream. Everybody was. People were pissed about that.
3-0. That was a good.
I mean,
good match to start Saturday for us.
You want to see the matches?
It was a really good momentum to start the day.
Yeah, really weird.
Here we go. Optic Gaming versus Shopify Rebellion. Ryan Noob and the crew have a lot of work ahead of them.
Player in Halo history, Ryan Noob.
Pool play is over. Now the real tournament begins.
Foundations for this Optic team. They just came off a World Championship victory.
That's a fire shot
but it has
right there.
to be frustrating for them, right? Because all the conversation is about this new phase superstar team. How Space Station's looking great with Bound. No one's really been talking about this Optic Gaming roster being as dominant as they were before. And now Shopify Rebellion is starting to poke holes. It's game 1 for Optic Gaming. That's the easiest flag run back you'll ever see.
Optic Gaming
Optics have fuck you thought.
the gas even more here as Lucid looks to push up through the tunnels with that heat wave. Lands the repulsor killing spree. Lucid finding the slay there. Ooh, almost spotting Ryan, who gets the lands the body, cleans up with the headshot. Despite the buff on the accuracy from the sniper, we're seeing more and more players land those bodies. They're gonna be a headshot for Lucid. No.
Respawn screen. Optic Gaming.
Yeah, Smooth Criminal. This is for Charlotte. This is The Process. It's Optic's documentary series about their teams. So this is the episode for
Our
Charlotte.
OBJs were really good.
Just came out today
against them, pretty much closing it out perfectly, and yeah, it was a good round 1 for us.
Aquarius.
That's Arvin.
Yeah, I mean, either way, Aquarius has always been like that's a map for us that we've struggled with still.
Some teams, like I'd say last season, they kind of were just ending the season together because they had to. I wouldn't say like they necessarily wanted to be on those teams that they were. I think that now this season, everybody's on the roster that they want to be on, so everybody's going a lot harder than last season. I would say in particular.
But it's full
Even
APG,
though it was
always
like
got the
towards the
drip.
end of the season, most money and whatnot, I still think like there's like a factor in there where you don't want to be on that team. You obviously aren't going to perform your best. You're just trying to get it done and just move on to the next. So now there's like everybody's team with either their friends or their people that they actually wanted to team with. So I think there's just higher competition,
Yeah,
like
no,
you said.
Smooth Criminal,
definitely.
this shit's always
Maybe some
fire.
of these teams have found some holes,
This shit is
found
always
some
fire.
gaps, maybe we didn't see before, we didn't see last year.
Here we go,
Maybe this time
back
for
on the
G1
main
to
stage.
exploit some of those weaknesses. Shields up, weapons hot, we're underway.
I really do want to see Optic Gaming just take this game by the scruff of the neck, show G1 what they're made of, show the rest of the tournament what they're capable of.
Falcane steps in, but it's too little too late.
I like that call by Thursday
APG
too.
ensures Optic
Shields
Gaming
up,
takes
weapons
game
hot.
1.
That shit's fire.
We all have our moments with the snipes, but no, I definitely say Tommy's like definitely the more like consistent one going for snipe.
And Lucid's got the sniper rifle.
Oh, and he's already cooking. Is he grabbing that overshield to grab the rockets? Is he still slowed down a little bit? Oh my goodness.
APG was peeling this. So was Formal.
Right now, 61 to Optic. Oh, 47 G1.
They were all pissing, honestly, dude. Yeah, APG talking shit.
And that really bodes well for a season where we have more maps that have snipers on them, double snipers as well.
The Shopify series really helped us, like, you know, turning it up a notch, and so we go into the G1 series, like, we know what we're playing for, and like I said, we know we have to get better every series to get to the point we want, so we're just grinding the shit out, and we had a great series against them, if I remember. So that's like the exact series that we needed going into Sunday to like give us that boost, like, all right, we're back to normal form again, you feel me?
Oh, yo, that goes crazy. They had the championship Sunday superimposed on the shit.
The last 2 majors of last year.
Yeah, that was fire.
They are now the defending world champions. Is it a case of they could get a little bit complacent here, and perhaps they're not as hungry as they were last year?
But the time for talk is over. The match that we have been
Where
waiting
am I, bro?
for, that everybody here has been waiting for, is about to kick off. It's Optic, the green wall, going up
I'm in the crowd
against
somewhere
the
over there.
new-looking FaZe lineup. This is going to be a war all season long between these two teams, but this is the first battle. Question is, who's going to land the first blow?
This series was nuts.
All of Optic are trapped at the moment, and Renegade wants to end it here. He wants to end it now, and he will. FaZe go 2 up. Is FaZe always want to push? Yeah. They always want to make a play. And Optic are letting it happen at the moment.
They are. They let Frosty grab that camo from Grapple. Of course, they had
I think that the experiences that we have gone through as a team have molded us into like a championship team, like a real championship team that you can never count out. Like, I think that people should start, knock on wood 3 times, I think that people should start looking at us as how they did at CLG/TOC/the FaZe team back in 2016, when they were showing this resiliency, being able to come back and best, like when they're down 0-2 or down in losers bracket, coming back to win the tournament, like stuff like that. Like, we are learning. When we are down 0-2, like when we lost that first series against Cloud9 at Worlds, we learned from it. We learned we're not out of this shit until we're actually out of it. So we cannot give up. Don't ever roll over. Don't ever, like, the game's not done until that motherfucker says defeat.
We talked about how Optic Gaming responds to moments like this. How do they dig deep? How do they find the resilience? Time and time again on the main stage, we have seen in situations like this. And
dug pretty fucking deep on this
on
this series.
Ahead in the clouds, and a couple of bullets to the
Yo, that shot went crazy.
Optic Gaming needs to tie the game.
Nah, hang on.
6 seconds to do so. Trippy still.
Hang on, we gotta run that one back.
Ahead in the clouds, and a couple of bullets to the body. FaZe will go up 3-2.
Optic Gaming needs to tie the game. They've only got 56 seconds to do so.
What up, Dallas?
Trippy's still alive, but so much time for Optic. Here comes APG with the OS.
Trippy bought too much time. Trippy bought all the time, and APG says, thank you, Trippy. I move in, and I tie this game up.
Are you kidding me? APG says a lot. Can APG wrap on C? That's the question. Lucid buys him time. Lucid wins an unbelievable battle with 2 dead for FaZe. This should be Optic Gaming.
Frosty, he gets taken down, and Optic still in this series.
Damn.
Still in this fight. It's 2-0 to FaZe. This has been nothing short of an electric start from them. They've got 4 minutes to find it. Frosty will be dealt with here by Trippy. A little bit of flank coming in from Renegade.
Burns and burns! Green wall side of the stage. Flag goes in. Back-to-back 4 deads for Optic Gaming. We are tied 2-2 with 3 minutes left on the clock. There's a lot of responsibility with the snipe. Oh!
Trippy! APG wins it for Optic!
My God, once again, this whole series has been so back and forth. An absolute tug of war.
When we're going to take damage on the Aquarius especially. If you're going to challenge something to get one shot, just know that like that's going to cause them to push.
Those boots. Look at this. Whoa,
This play was so sick.
He gets 2! He gets 3!
One shot, absolutely.
And they got fucking slammed in game 5.
Absolute menace! Surely not again! Surely not again! He's just hiding in the corner and Dick.
It feels inevitable. 9 kills to go for Optic.
49, 1 kill to go for Optic. Trippy and APG get the kills, and Trippy tries to close it. It'll be Lucid though! All kinds of ice, all kinds of composure. Books them their ticket to the grand final.
Unreal. Unfucking real.
You just gotta like give props.
Look at Box, bro.
Like they went 2-0, they were playing really good, and they were playing really good in all the rest of the games too. We just ended up just clutching up. We had just great composure, and I think they just kind of like lost full. So yeah, got the reverse wave.
H4F.
It's a big step up from how we've been playing.
Yeah, that was by far the best that we played them in a long time.
Well, just that Aquarius Slayer. No matter the team, we've had like a little bit of struggles, but like that's how we have to play it every single time.
Yeah.
I'm so glade I hit a snipe on Snakebite got rockets. I think we got Ovi.
Like, okay, they got rocks.
That was big.
Dude, he's just standing like in the middle of the hallway. Oh, so glad I hit that shot.
If you beat FaZe in the winners bracket, you know you're probably going to see them again, 100%, because you know that they're exactly how, like I'm saying, they're that team that has that factor. They've learned. They've been together for shit. 3 of them been together since 2015
8 years
now. So that's a long ass time. So they know, you know, they know what to say to each other to get each other lock in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to go through experiences as a team to get there. So like they will learn from that. We will learn from that. So.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. We've jumped the gun. Now it flag gets sent home, and FaZe will be going to the grand finals.
They will fall in 3rd place. It's now the time for FaZe Clan to show up and to get their rematch against Optic Gaming.
So it's gonna be a good series. Let's close it out.
All right, man. Safe travels.
Make it as hard as possible. Every single kill. Don't let these guys get in their flow. Remember, we talked about it already. There's a couple states to play. Like, these guys are going to be throwing. Again, they have a couple ways they play it. Like, they're trying to just rush us with power weapons. If we're just feeding into it, playing for solo kills.
Also, for the record, I played on main stage Sunday morning at this tournament, and I sat in Tommy Luce's seat.
Just keep reminding them of that from the get-go. That's all we got to do.
It's a
Must have been something in the air. That's all I'm saying.
North Carolina, and that can only mean one thing. It's time for us to get into a grand finals. Onset and Bravo, with again the pleasure and the privilege of calling the action here.
Nah, I sat in it first.
We were thinking about, that we were dreaming of when we were building into this.
So that's a question for Tommy Lucid, Sizzle.
And now it's just a matchup we can't take our eyes off.
That's it. This is the matchup we've been waiting for. We waited 4 months for this matchup, and
But if
FaZe waited
anything,
4 months for their
I'm responsible.
chance to take
That's what I'm saying.
down
I put him on to
Optic Gaming and try to
something.
dethrone them, and let's not forget,
Hey,
they were essentially just
Green
a
Wall,
flag or 2 away.
You're welcome.
And 8 or so minutes away from
I do it for the people.
3-0ing Optic Gaming earlier today. However, Optic Gaming in true Green Wall fashion, they rally back and they reverse sweep FaZe Clan to send FaZe to the elimination bracket and set up what we knew would be the grand final we would find ourselves with here in Charlotte.
No, this was like
this about to go
the
crazy.
full-blown like script that everyone wanted, just with the rivalry that we have with them, especially in the online qualifiers in the SSG tournament. We pretty much
No, bro, the script writer,
and honestly,
fucking
I
snapped
wanted
when he
it
wrote
too.
this
I think
tournament, bro.
playing
He was fucking
FaZe
spitting.
in finals is like, it's like the highest Halo competitively that you can play.
Make some noise for Optic Gaming and FaZe Clan. Our grand finals is live.
This is peak shit right here, man.
Now in the hands of Optic.
Absolutely destroying with the heat wave.
Trippy loves this weapon. Hating FaZe, they're going to be able to flip B. Oh, what on earth did I just see him do? Not enough. FaZe Clan close things out. They're changing that up now, and I think it's catching FaZe off guard. A killing spree here for Trippy.
Three green. Watch out, Trippy.
MLG comebacks of all time.
The repulse.
Optic Gaming will tie up the series here at 1-1. The up ball, it doesn't matter because Optic clean up FaZe. Look at the difference in this game, Andy. It's become extremely scrappy.
Trippy blowing the game open though with that kill on a nice little grapple as well. Here at game is tied right around the 55 mark.
It sounds good, Sizzle.
He breaks in, Optic break in as well, and even though FaZe went into a lead, Optic
I'll probably be on after this.
That's 2 dead for FaZe still. This could be the final hold here. Lucy just has to hold gold.
Frosty's the only player forward at the moment. He has to break in, and he has to break in now. The nades rain down. FaZe make the play, but it's not enough. Optic holds strong.
Hit APG's dead.
Closing out your grand finals. Here we go.
Bro, this map was crazy.
I'm sitting on the.
And so was the next map or the next map.
On back cafe.
In the game 7.
King. I have 2 rockets. There's like 5 seconds left.
Oh, thank God.
I know that in Halo Infinite, you have to get in the hill to stop the time. So I know that I'm going to stay far away to the point where I wanted them to run in the hill and I could rocket them. So I rocket one person down on the nades. I think Frosty. I got him weak, and then World 2 is still running. They both still have to run. So I got 1 weak, and the other guy I would have killed with this 1 rocket. So he runs into the hill. I shoot the rocket down at his feet, and I believe a nade was thrown by somebody, and the nade deflected my rocket, my second rocket, and made my rocket like go somewhere else, go flying, and didn't hit anybody.
So
and
crazy.
They were able to stay in the hill. Like I didn't do any damage with it, and they were able to stay in the hill
So
at the very last second.
fucking
I felt
crazy.
like shit. I think I have a pretty good mental game, but at the end of that game, I was like, damn, bro. I was like, what? Because I didn't know at the time, I did not know what happened. Like nobody knew what happened until we were walking back to the hotel and we saw people tweeting at us saying, this is what happened to your rocket. Because at the time I thought I just fucking choked. I was like, what did I just do? I thought, because I knew that if we win that game, we would have won the next game, no problem. We did win the next game, no problem. But I know that the series would have been fucking over. I was really hard on myself, but I will give a huge shout out to my teammates, and this is why I love them. They made me feel very comfortable. They didn't make me feel like I made a mistake. They're not like, you know, I don't look to my left and see them shaking their heads at me. They all are looking at me and telling me, you know, don't worry about it. It's not on you. Don't worry about it. That was not your fault. We all saw what happened. Don't worry about it. And that's what they consistently told me.
The best Halo I've ever watched. It's the best Halo I've ever watched.
Oh, bro, that's such good shit.
Halo in front of us. I need you to
What
stand
up,
up
Justin?
right now, Charlotte, and make a little bit of noise, because this is a special feeling series right now. Optic can still close it out, but FaZe have a chance to reset the bracket.
One of the most unforgettable grand finals
Yeah, that shot goes
undoubtedly
crazy.
in HCS play is happening before your eyes.
I think like both teams were just playing very, very like smart. We were like trying to like bait them in pushes. They were trying to bait us into pushing. Like
They didn't
just
show the
around
game
map
5
and
or the
playing
game
around power
6.
weapons. So like, especially when they have weapons, like you just
Tommy
gotta play
Lucid
a
was
certain
going
way,
crazy
and
with
it
the
ended up draining a lot
sniping
of the clock
in game
'cause,
5
we
and
weren't, like, just
fucking
rushing each other. We were
game
just
6
taking
was
our
like
time
the
with every
flag
push.
grapple shit.
We should play for these guys to push off me, if anything.
Push off you. Cuts.
Nah, I get it. This game 7 was
Somebody
fucking
said
wild
that.
too.
They're just gonna wait for Spike. Tom,
This is for the marbles.
Wait for Spike to kill you.
As Optic have a 2-kill advantage, but it's still just completely and utterly on a knife edge.
1 minute left, by the way. This game will not go to 50. Keep an eye on that game timer in the bottom center of your screen.
To get this Stalker Rifle, the Stalker Rifle holds teams back. It makes pushes so difficult as the Optic fans start to raise their voices in the crowd here.
When it was all said and done, the dust had settled. It was like, you know, a minute left on the clock, and then they only had like 1 push left. We were up 2 kills.
Seconds left. They still have the 2-kill lead. Keep in mind, the pressure needs to come from base plan. They have 30 seconds left, and they need to go ahead and push.
I'm not saying a word. Cluttering the comms is the worst thing in this moment because everybody needs to hear everything very clearly in these last 7 seconds, right?
APG gets another onto Renegade.
Huge.
It's only a single kill, but it could be a tournament-winning one. Frosty finds a kill as well, and all of a sudden, FaZe kind of forced to push. Snake by Royal 2! Somehow stay alive. APG gives him a 2-kill advantage once more. Trippy gets another, and Optic are closing in on a tournament victory, but Renegade comes in with 2 as well.
42-41, 3, 2, 1.
Optic are your champions!
Holy fuck.
I mean, that was like the craziest series we played as a team. Like, that's a really good team. So like to win like that is just like amazing. Thank you guys so much again. You guys are awesome. And love the preview.
Bro, that shot goes crazy.
Feels good.
H4F.
It feels good. It feels good for people to finally have to give us the credit that we have rightfully deserved for a long time now.
You know, winning in the fashion that we did, when people were doubting us, especially too, people were saying we were in a slump. It felt great, like proving everyone wrong.
Damn, that goes crazy.
I mean, yeah, I never expected like 3-peat again, to be honest. Like, I didn't even think it was like possible. But yeah, when you 3-peat, you just know that you're the most dominant force like in the league. So it's a really nice feeling. Like we can 4-peat, we can 5-peat with this team. So I'm just hoping that we can just keep pushing on and see how far we can take it.
It's a blessing, man. It's a very big blessing to have people that still get on every single day and still put maximum effort in after still seeing so much success. Like Matt, he's been playing for a long ass time. He still gets on and tries his ass off. Tommy and Joey are just getting started, and that's what I love about them. Is these guys are just starting to learn how to win. Like Matt is a seasoned veteran winner. He has been winning. When you're sitting next to Matt and that man is saying some shit, like I'm not gonna say what he says, but he's saying some win shit. So, and then you have Tommy and Joey, they're just learning and soaking it all up, and they're just gonna get better with time, because they're just starting to see what it's like to win, and they're learning how to win.
People were saying like we were in a slump for getting second in every tournament online. I'm just like, wait, what? What do you guys mean we're in a slump? So yeah, we just had to prove everyone wrong, and you know, we just had to come in clutch with the three-peat. God, it was crazy series. I'll never forget those 2 series ever. Like it was a battle, literally a titan, just like the Roman war. Like that shit was literally insane. So Dynasty, I don't really know.
Why this guy Trippy always got to say some weird shit
Honestly,
at
Matt
the end
would
of
know
every
that 'cause
episode.
he's been on like 8 dynasties.
Respectfully.
So, and Matt's like three-peated in like 4 different games. So Matt would definitely know that question. But
I mean, like dynasties are like need a lot more time. Like we've only been together for like a year. I think a dynasty needs to be together for like 3 years.
The longest tenured pro player in controller esports next to Clayster. Number one, I'd say I am experiencing like this. I feel like this is a new breath of fresh air in my career. I'm experiencing so many new things that I feel like the first like 10 years of my career just didn't even matter. I feel like 2019 is when I really started like being a winner, to like where I learned so much in 2019 on the Talks team that all I wanted to do was just still play and improve. Like it wasn't like I was getting third or so. I'm I'm almost done. I've been playing for a while. It's like I'm learning. I'm still getting better. It's not my hands. It's literally my mind. It's not my hands at all. Like my hands are so good. It's my mind. If my mind is sharp and is still improving, I'm going to improve. So just the feeling of improving. Like when people work out and they see a little bit of gains and they want to keep going. Like when I play, I see myself getting better. I want to keep fucking getting better. I love to just beat people. I love to be the best. I love to earn my success. I pride myself in saying I think I have the best mental game. I would say I think Matt, my teammates obviously, I think Matt is a different breed. But I'd say I think I have a great mental game considering the things I've been through and where I'm at today. I've been through a lot. I was in a car accident in 2016. I wasn't even able to play Halo back then.
I remember that shit.
9 stitches in my mouth. My mouth was sewed shut. I had to stop playing
That
Halo.
was before one of the Pro League qualifiers.
I had to literally step back from my team. Was grateful enough to randomly get on Optic because one of the teammates left and I had to play. I was forced to play. Had a severe concussion. Doctor told me not to play, but I had to force myself. Certain shit like that, when I look back on it and I think like where I've come from back when I literally physically was told not to play Halo to now I'm on a 3-peat and still fucking getting better, and I love everything I do. I wake up and I'm just happy. I'm genuinely happy. So it's just my mindset. I'd say my mindset is just each day improving, and I'm very grateful to do what I do.
Damn.
All right, that's good.
Yeah.
That was so far. What the fuck? Oh shit. Oh shit. Alright, bro. Well, that was fucking sick. Also, that last interview by APG was fucking, that was so great, dude. Bro, what a fucking episode. Also, low-key one of the shorter ones. It was only 37 minutes. It was low-key one of the shorter episodes of the process. I feel like the last one